Welcome to PreMath. In this video tutorial, we are going to solve this system of three equations with three variables by using Cramer's rule. The very first thing, just keep in your mind that these x variable must be nicely aligned, as you can see. Likewise, y variable must be aligned as well, and z variables as well. Now let's go ahead and identify the coefficients of these variables. As you can see in the second equation, the coefficient of this y variable is missing, so by default it must be 1. And here you can see that we have nicely relisted this system of equation with their coefficients, and also on the right hand side these numbers with different colors. And finally, in this table, as you can see, that we have put down all the coefficients of these x, y, and z variables nicely. Now, since we are going to solve this system of equation, that means we need to find the value of x variable, we need to find the value of y variable, and we need to find the value of z as well. So therefore, we can set up these x, y, and z variable in a nice kind of these boxes over here, one box on the top and one box on the bottom. And by the way, these boxes are called the determinants of 3 by 3 matrix. Once again, these boxes are called the determinants. And now in this next step, we have to start filling out these boxes, these determinants. And let's focus on these numbers on the left hand side of these equal sign in this table. We are going to fill in all these numbers in all these determinants. All of them, we are going to fill them out. And here we have nicely filled out these numbers in each of every of these boxes. And now let's focus on these numbers, this column on the right hand side with red numbers. These numbers are going to go for x variable, that's going to go far left, the very first column. As we go along, they are going to shift. For y, they go in the second column in the middle, and for z, they're going to go all the way to the right hand side to the third column. And here is our final product. As you can see, these red numbers showed up for x in the very first column, for y in the second column, and for z in the third column. And now I can nicely fill out these numbers by myself. Let's go ahead and start filling out. So the first box, first determinant could be written as -11, -9, -4, and then 5, 1, -5, and on the right hand side it's going to be a 2, 4, 5, and we start filling out -6, -2, 4, -11, -9, -4, 2, 4, 5. And here we have filled out all these determinants, as you can see. And now in this next step, we are going to evaluate each and every determinants, as you can see, one at a time. Let's start off with finding the value of this bottom determinant. And here I have copied down this determinant right up here. And now let me show you the easiest possible way to find the value of this determinant, the very first thing is we are going to draw this horizontal line right above this this row. And now we are going to crisscross. Let's multiply -6 times 1. It is -6. Then you put a minus sign. Let's cross multiply the other way around. 5 times -2 is -10. So this makes -6, negative and negative become +10. That's going to give us +4. This +4 goes in the opposite side, opposite direction. Let's repeat this process with next two columns, crisscross. 4 times 5 is 20, and then we put a minus sign. 2 times 1 is 2. 20 minus 2 is 18. So 18 is going to go in this opposite side. All right. And then finally, we're going to look at this very first column. We're going to copy and paste right on this side. -6, -2. Let's crisscross once again. Cross multiply. 2 times -2 is -4. Then we put a minus sign. Cross multiply this way. That's going to be -24. So this becomes -4 plus 24. That is going to give us +20. So this +20 is going to go in the middle. Let's go ahead and now first we're going to multiply these numbers and then we're going to add them up. Let's see. 4 times 18 is 72, and then 5 times 20 with a minus sign is going to be a -100, and then plus 20. 5 times 4 is 20, and if you look at this thing, that is going to give us -8. All right, so this is the value of this bottom determinant, which is -8. As you can see that all these three determinants are same, so they're going to have same value. I'm going to write down over here -8 and -8 over here as well. And now we are going to evaluate this top part of x, which I have just copied it down over here. Once again, let's go ahead and draw the horizontal line right above this last row. Let's crisscross, multiply, cross multiply first this way. -11 times 1 is a -11. Put a minus sign, and then 5 times -9 is -45. So that is going to give us -11. Negative and negative become +45, and that is going to give us 34. So this 34 is going to go in this opposite side over here. All right. Now let's crisscross the next two columns over here. 5 times 4 is 20, and then put a minus sign. 2 times 1 is 2. 20 minus 2 is 18. 18 is going to go in the opposite side over here. Now the next step is we are going to copy this very first column, -11 and -9, and paste on this side, as you can see. Let's repeat the process again. We're going to crisscross. 2 times -9 is -18. Let's put a minus sign. -11 times 4 is -44. Let's simplify. -18 plus 44 is going to give us +26. This +26 go in the middle. Now the last step is just multiply these numbers first, and then we are going to add them up. Let's multiply them first. That is going to be -72 minus 130, and plus 170, and if we simplify these numbers we're gonna get negative 32. So this negative 32 is going to go on the top over here. And now we are going to evaluate this determinant on the top, and which I have copied down right up here. The very first thing is draw the horizontal line right up here, and then let's crisscross. Okay, so negative 6 times negative 9 is going to be positive 54. Then we put a minus sign and we multiply this way, so that's going to give us positive 22. So that is going to give us 32. As you can see, this one, when you subtract this, 32 is going to go in this opposite side, as you can see. Let's crisscross the next two columns. Negative 11 times 4 is negative 44. Then we put a minus sign. 2 times negative 9 is negative 18. So negative 44 plus 18. And if we simplify that one, that is going to give us negative 26. All right. This negative 26 is going to go in this opposite side. And now our next step is we are going to copy this number, this column, negative 6 and negative 2 over here, and let's crisscross once again. We're going to multiply 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, put a minus sign. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 24, so that's going to become negative 4 plus 24 is going to be positive 20. That is going to go in the middle over here. Let's simplify these one. First we are going to multiply these numbers and then we are going to add them. So let's multiply them first. So that is going to give us negative 104 when we multiply 4 times negative 26, and then that is going to give us negative 4 times 20 is negative 80, and then plus 5 times 32 is 160. Let's simplify these one. That's going to give us negative 24. So that means this number, the value of this top determinant for y, turns out to be negative 24. And now we are going to find the value of this determinant for z on the top, which I have just copied down. Once again, the very first step is draw this horizontal line first, and now start cross multiplying, crisscross. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6, put a minus sign. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10, so that becomes negative 6 plus 10 is positive 4. So positive 4 is going to go in the opposite side. And now let's crisscross these two numbers. Negative 9 times 5 is negative 45, and then minus 1 times negative 11 is negative 11. So negative 45 plus 11 is going to be negative 34. This negative 34 is going to go in this opposite side. And finally we are going to copy this very first column on the left hand side and paste it on this right hand side. And let's crisscross once again. Negative 11 times negative 2 is positive 22, then put a minus sign. Negative 6 times negative 9 is positive 54, and that is going to give us negative 32, which is going to go in the middle. And now our final step is, let's simplify these one. First we are going to multiply these numbers first, and then we are going to add them. So 4 times negative 34 is going to be negative 136 plus that is going to be 160 and then minus 16, and if we simplify these numbers we are going to get 8. So that means this value for this z variable is going to be 8 on the top determinant. And thus finally, if we simplify, if we reduce this x value negative 32 over negative 8, we are going to get x equal to positive 4. And likewise for y variables, if we reduce these one, negative 24 over negative 8 give us y equal to 3. And finally for z variable, 8 over negative 8 is going to be negative 1, and that is our answer. And here is your assignment. Can you do this problem on your own? You can take your time, you can pause the video. Luckily, I have already uploaded this video as well. Please go ahead and check it out and see the correct answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.